Chapter 16 Investment in Debt Securities. Maayong adlaw sa tanan, karon atong hisgutan ang usa ka importanteng topic sa auditing, which is investment in debt securities. Specifically, ang computation of purchase price of bonds. Dili lang ni simple nga computation kay ato pod tan-awon kung giun sa pag-audit ang investment sa bonds. So, ready na mo? Tara, sugdan na nato. Atong problem kay gikan sa Laguna Company. Na-acquire sila og 12% bonds nga ang face amount kay 2 million pesos. Ang bonds nagsugod sa January 1, 2021 ug maturity date kay December 31, 2024. Ang purchase nahitabo sa April 1, 2021 pero ang bonds gipalit at a yield of 10%. Ang interest payable kada December 31. So, ang atong task is i-compute nato ang purchase price sa bonds. So, okay, now let's have our solution step by step. So, step 1, we have to compute for the present value of the principal. Sa auditing, importante kaayo nga atong ma-verify kung sakto ba ang initial measurement sa investment. Para ani, gamito nato ang present value formula. So, ang atong formula is PV is equals to PVO1 times the principal. So, based sa table, ang PVO1 factor of 10% yield is 10% yield is equals to 0.6830. So, PV is equals to 0.6830, which is ang PVO1 times the 2 million pesos, which is our principal. So, our PV is 1,366,000 pesos. So now, let's have our step 2. Compute for the present value of interest payments. Sunod, kuhaon nato ang present value sa future interest payments. Let's have our formula. PV is equals to PVOA times principal times nominal rate. So, ang atong PVOA factor for 10% yield is equals to 3.1699. So, let's have our substitution. PV is equals to 3.1699 or PVOA times 2 million pesos, which is our principal, and the 12% our nominal rate. So, our PV is 760,776 pesos. So, ang total PV as of January 1, 2021 is 1,366,000 plus 760,776 pesos is equals to 2,126,776 pesos. We will now have our step 3. Adjust for the bond premium or discount. Since ang bond gipalit at 10% yield, pero ang stated rate is 12%, nagbayad ta above face value. So, ang premium need i-amortize. So, for nominal interest from January 1 to April 1, we have 2 million pesos times 12% times our 3-month period. And that is equals to 60,000 pesos. This 2 million is our principal. Next is our effective interest. We have 2,126,776 pesos. That is our total PV as of January 1, 2021 times 10% times our 3-month period. And that is equals to 53,169 pesos. Now let's have our premium amortization. So 60,000 minus 53,169 pesos, and that is equals to 6,831 pesos. 60,000 is our nominal interest from January 1 to April 1. 53,169 pesos is our effective interest. So, our adjusted PV as of April 1, 2021 is this: 2,126,776 pesos minus 6,831 pesos, and that is equals to 2,119,945 pesos. This 2,126,776 pesos is our total PV as of January 1, 2021. This 6,831 pesos is our premium amortization. So that is our step 3. Let's have our last step. Step 4. Add accrued interest. Ang accrued interest kay interest nga dapat bayaran since ang buyer ni-acquire sa tunga-tunga sa period. So let's have 2 million pesos times 12% times our 3-month period. And that is equals to 60,000. So our final purchase price of the bonds is the 2,119,945 pesos added by our 60,000, that is equal to 2,179,945 pesos. This is our final purchase price of the bonds. Maong ang purchase price sa bonds kay 2,179,945 pesos. As an auditor, ato ning i-verify kung sakto ang computations, and we check if the bond investment is recorded properly sa financial statements. So, mauto ang step-by-step process sa pag-compute sa purchase price sa bond. I hope you learned something. That is all. Thank you.
Chapter 17, Investment in Associate. So, maayong adlaw sa tanan. Karon atong hisgutan ang illustration 2, discontinuance of equity method. So kini nga topic naghisgot sa situation kung asa ang usa ka investor nga nagunit og significant influence sa usa ka associate mo acquire og additional shares ug manghimong parent company or subsidiary. Atong tun-an ang step-by-step computation sa goodwill or gain on acquisition ug mga journal entries na kinahanglan buhaton. So, step 1 is understanding the problem. So, sa problem, ang conceited nakakuha og 50% nga interest sa constanding pinaagi sa pagbayad og first is ang 50 million pesos nga cash o 10 million nga worth of land. Apan ang conceited na existing 20% interest nga ilang napalit sa una for 20 million pesos. Pag-abot sa January 1, 2021, ang fair value sa existing 20% niabot na og 24 million pesos. So, karon ang pangutana karon unsaon na to pag-compute sa goodwill or gain on acquisition. So, diri ana ang step 2. So, mag-step 2 na ta. Step 2 is computation of goodwill. So, ang goodwill kay excess amount ni nga gibayaran sa investor biyan sa fair value sa net assets sa acquired company. So, ato ni siyang i-compute step by step. So, number 1, total consideration transferred. So, mo ni ang una na to pangitaon. So, sa total consideration transferred, 50 million pesos ang iyang cash plus 10 million pesos ng land, worth of land. 50 million plus 10 million is equal to 60 million pesos. So second is ang fair value sa existing equity held. So, ang fair value sa existing equity held kay na ay 24 million pesos. So, number 3. Number 3 is non-controlling interest or NCI. So, ang non-controlling interest na siya'y gihatag sa problem nga formula. So, NCI is equal to 60 million pesos minus 1 million pesos times 50% times 30% siya. And then over 1. So, ang answer ani, kung ato ni compute is 35.4 million pesos. So, number 4. Ang number 4 is ang total consideration ra. So, sa total consideration, ato na siyang ipang plus tanan answer sa 1, 2, 3. So, natay 60 million pesos plus 24 million pesos plus 35.4 million pesos is equal to 119.4 million pesos. So, mo ni siyang total consideration. And then, number 5. Number 5 is, less na to ang fair value or FV sa identifiable net assets. So, ang answer na is 110 million pesos. So, last sa step 2 is ang goodwill computation. So, sa pag-compute sa goodwill computation, i-minus na to ang 119.4 million 119.4 million minus 110 million is equal to 9.4 million. So, ang goodwill kay 9.4 million pesos. So, mora ni ang step 2. So, sa step 3, diri na ta mag-prepare sa journal entries. So, preparing journal entries. So, ato ni karon i-record ang transactions gamit ang journal entries. So, sa January 2, 2021, diri ang acquisition, ginatawag na acquisition entry. So, first na tukuanon is ang investment in subsidiary or ginatawag nga total consideration. So, it is amounted to 84 million pesos. Second is ang cash. Muni ang gibayad nga kwarta amounted to 50 million pesos. Third is ang land. So, muni siya ang gamit sa transaction. It is amounted to 10 million pesos. Next is ang investment in associate or ginatawag nga existing investment reclassified amounted to 20 million pesos. And last is gain on reclassification or adjustment, and it is amounted to 4 million pesos. So lastly, ang step 4, concept of discontinuance of equity method. So karon nganong ginatawag ni nga discontinuance of equity method? Sa una, ang considered kay associate lang, meaning ila lang gigamit ang equity method sa pag-report sa ilang 20% interest. Karon kay majority shareholder na sila 50%, dili na applicable ang equity method. Kinahanglan na gamiton ang consolidation method, meaning ilang include tanan assets o liabilities sa constanding sa ilang financial statements. So, ang summary ani is ang goodwill kay 9.4 million pesos, natay 4 million pesos gain on reclassification. Ang investment po dili na i-report as an associate but as a subsidiary. Kailangan sad nagamiton ang consolidation method instead of equity method. So, mao kini tanan ang atong pag-solve sa illustration 2. So, mao ra to tanan, daghang salamat.